tag team tournament, but a lot of other things on your own.
Long time, Dusty Rhodes and I have been at odds. He's made the statement that nobody is going to have any kind of fun until somebody is finally done. Somebody is out of wrestling. Rhodes figures it's going to be me. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to be him. I listen to people talking about Mr. Piper. I listen to them talking about Kabuki and Hart and what they're going to do. Well, this is one time I think everybody's going to be a little bit happy because it's not going to be a match where Dusty Rhodes has the advantage. It's not going to be a match where somebody's going to bring in their own little special gimmick. It's going to be a match where Ole Anderson is finally going to be able to do something that he wants to do.
Bravo.
And if you look right here, what I propose is this. You put this over your head. You don't see any eye holes. You don't see any place to breathe. You don't see any place to even do anything except just be stuck in darkness. The match is already signed. All you got to do is put the thing on and accept it and get out in the ring and see what you can do. But for the first time, it's going to mean that the advantage goes here because nobody can see anything. There's not going to be a bull rope. There's not going to be a bell. There's just going to be two people, both of them as blind as a bat. We start out from zero. But in this type of a match, it means only one thing. One man is going to go down and stay down. And one man is finally going to emerge victorious and end the feud once and for all. And as far as I'm concerned, broken arm would be too good. This time I mean to do everything just right and get rid of Mr. Rhodes.
I'll tell you what, before we go any farther with this, Mr. Anderson, you're talking about some very serious situation here. Now, I would like to say this, that after a recent match, Dusty Rhodes had some further comments regarding one Ole Anderson, and I think that it behooves all of us at this particular time. He's talking about broken bones.
No, I'm not talking about him anymore. I'm talking about the end of Rhodes. I'm talking about the end of the legend. I'm talking about the end of the American dream. And that's exactly what's going to happen because this is one time when it's not going to be in his favor. This is one time when he's not going to have all his little goody two-shoes around the ring. This is one time that he's not protected by the promoter. This is the time that's going to be the end for Mr. Rhodes. Curtains for Dusty Rhodes.
Well, I think Dusty Rhodes is looking forward to ending the situation as well, only his way. And let's listen to these comments now from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, after a match.
How many broken arms do I got to go through? Ole Anderson, you can break my arm, you can jump on that, it'll never be over. Somewhere, sometime, the end's going to come. Every time I walk in and feel the pain that I get from what you lay down. Now then, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to take you to the day you can't walk. When we're both 90 years old, I'm still going to be crawling after you and choking you. Sooner or later, you're going to feel no more hair left in your ungodly bad body.
Due to the physical condition of Dusty Rhodes at the time, alterations were made in that.
You see right now the man is yelling. He's all excited because he knows he's made a mistake. He's made the mistake of a lifetime.
You know what? Speaking of mistakes, I've been listening to Ole Anderson and Roddy Piper stand out here talking about everything they've done. As far as I'm concerned, you're going to have a rude awakening. You're going to come to an erupt end. You and Turkey Neck right here at the same time. Something bad is going to happen to you. And you've run over a lot of people. But, brother, I think it's all over for you.
All right, just a minute. Ray Stevens with
I tell you what, you're as blind as everybody else. They're talking about being blind. There's one man that's definitely going to be blind. Because when you get that hood over your head, you can't see anything. You won't be able to see anything. Rhodes, you're going to be blind as a bat. And when I get done with you, there ain't going to be nothing left. We're going to bury you in that shroud.
You know, Sunday, April 18th is going to be a banner day for me. They've strapped me for the last time. Every time you wrestle Piper, there's Hart and vice versa. Now we're going to have a strap match where you get stuck. We're going to strap some folks, and I got two good men. I got Dick Slater, Mr. Unpredictable, and I got Wildfire Rich, and we're going to kick some booty, brother. We're going to strap some bodies, right, Tom?
Yes, sir. You know, the worst thing that ever happened to me when my mama used to whip me, Gordon, when I did something wrong. Piper, now you've been out here running your mouth for days, but it's the Omni. Every time we throw you out, brother, somebody gonna be strapping you with a belt. Kabuki Hart, and I guarantee you it's Omni, Daddy. That's exactly what we're gonna be doing. Throwing them out, Gordon, so they can get whooped up on like they've never been whooped before. Yes, sir.
It's going to happen at
at the Omni on the 18th. Don't forget wrestling tonight.
Over the years has achieved a tremendous reputation in professional wrestling. He's a man who can do it all, and I'm talking about his ability as an athlete, from bulldogging steers to motorcycle competition to professional wrestling. He's done it. He's also achieved, as sometimes a controversial figure, I might add, and you've also achieved the reputation of being a crippler.
Well, that's true, Gordon. I've done a lot of things in professional wrestling. Some of them I wasn't really proud of. I've hurt a lot of people, and let's say I've bent the rules a lot. But never, one time in my life, have I ever wrestled anybody that I didn't have to look them right in the eye, and it was me against them, and if I hurt them, they got hurt, or if they hurt me, I got hurt. It didn't take a whole gang of people, like some of these people were doing, like Roddy Piper, Ole Anderson, ganging up on people. When I done it to somebody, I done it alone, all by myself, so I figure one-on-one, everything is even, but I don't go for this with 4 or 5 people on one person.
Well, I can understand that. I'll tell you what, we've got a match coming up in the ring. Why don't you stay with me, if you will? And I'd like to...
Captain, let me tell you something. You talk about putting a hood over yourself going into the dock. Ole Anderson, since the day your mama had you, you've been in the dock. Since the day he had him, he's been in the dock. There's different kinds of being in the dock. It's dark sometime when you're with your lady and it's pitch black. You know without reaching over there, that's going to be a lot of tender loving care there. That's one kind of dark. And then the other kind of dark is when you're in an alley somewhere and it's pitch black and there's 5 guys there about to kick your booty, then you got to get down. You know what dark means. I know what dark is. I live with dark, you understand? I'm raised in dark. I know what dark is. And let me leave you with this, Ole Anderson. You can believe it. You can write it down. Put it in your book, Jack. Dark. I can be as blind as a bat. I can be covered up. And I can be in the same building with you with 5,000 million people, Jack. And it can be dark as it was on the other side of the moon. But one thing is for sure. I will be able to smell you, Jack. And as long, I said as long, and I'll say it again, as long as I can smell you, then I'm going to kick your booty, baby.
We'll be back. He's not lacking on ego, that's for sure. Brad Armstrong has joined me, and here's a young man that, barring injuries in the future, has, I think, a brilliant career in front of him.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sully. You know, I've been real busy traveling around lately, but, you know, this past week, Dad's been talking about, he's really excited about this lumberjack match coming up, and I just want to say, I'm going to be outside around that ring with a belt in my hand, and I'm going to be strapping Piper or Hart or whoever comes out there, because I know that Piper's been running his mouth about me, and I want to get some of that back. Something else I'm excited to see is this thing that Ole Anderson has come up with, a match, Minnesota Loggers match, I think it's called, something like that, where you put the hood over your head and your arms through the thing, and you just can't see anything. I can't imagine not being able to see or anything. And have they got one?
Yeah, there's one right over there, yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm going to show this.
This is interesting because I checked this material. It is completely opaque, and...
Yeah, I can't imagine having to put your arms through this thing. Now, you're not going to be able to see what... Now, where do you go from here? Who could you fight? I mean, really, you can't see anything. I mean, where do you go? That's just it right here. The fight is there. The fight is here. Right there.
Wait a second. Ole Anderson charging from behind, caught Brad Armstrong, and now Dusty Rhodes is on him, and it's... Well, we've got some order restored here, and,
Where's the big ass?
I don't know.
I got it on my face! I got it! You pig! I can smell you anywhere! Come get it!
Omni. Mr. Piper will be one of them who will be in the Omni and will be in that Canadian strap match, which means a lot of people are going to get a lot of punishment.
Yes, what it means is they got a bunch of people around here that are trying to be really sneaky and get rid of Gary Hart, get rid of Kabuki, get rid of myself, and think they're going to do it by stabbing somebody with big, thick leather belts. Nobody did that when I was a kid, and I got no more to say about it because I ain't letting nobody do that to me in the Omni, in no place in the whole wide world.
Special word. George.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay, Rod Piper leading, and I want to take a moment right now to talk to the American.
All this time, I finally, after all these years, figured out a name for him because you can smell it so bad. His now name is Miss Piggy, because it's just like a pig. Piggy. And every time he's around, I'm going to show you, here I am. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on. Now then. Now then. Oink, oink. 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 You see that?
I'm here,
I'm going to take you through it because I know where it's at. I'll put the hood on my head, like I said.
Well, I don't know. Very finest in professional wrestling competitions. So
Hart and Piper, you see the very best the National Wrestling Alliance has to offer. You can take people like Bob Armstrong, Dusty Rhodes, Dickie Slater, Tommy Rich. But like I said before, Gordon, and I will say again, we are still standing here today, right, RP? We're here, brother. We are here, and we have always been here. They think they're so hot. They're going to take big, thick leather belts, and what they think they're going to do is they're coming up here, and they're strapping, and they're strapping, and they're strapping, and nobody in the whole world straps me. Nobody straps my man here. But the best part about it is, Mr. Kabuki, I think he kind of likes to get strapped.
You know what he hates more than anything in the whole world? What? Is for someone to take something like this and hit him with it. It'll send him into a pure rage, brother. A rage. They're going to see the boogeyman for sure. Bring your straps. Yeah, most of all.
Bring your straps.
Remember what I said. You can say what you want. RP, Hart, Kabuki, National Wrestling Alliance. We're here and we're planning to stay.
Yes, we're back.
well, that may be a brief stay indeed. And that's all the time we have for this hour of Georgia Championship Wrestling. Hope you'll join us for the next hour. Until then, Gordon Soley saying so long.
Because this is the beginning of the end. What was it that you said about Mr. Rhodes? What was this going to be?
You're putting a black veil over the American dream.
Couldn't say it better. It's going to be the end of one of us. And there's no way that it's going to be me. Goodbye, Mr. Dream.
Oh, what a pleasure to have him. And my pal, my bosom buddy. They're talking about strapping us. They're talking about having all kinds of people, Mr. Soley, outside the ring with belts, thinking that leathers are going to scare us. Well, let me tell you something. I like to get hit just a little bit. I don't mind being beat just a little bit. You see, that's why we're so great.
You know, the whole thing is, RP, like I told you, Kabuki has traveled the rivers of Singapore. I've stayed in the alleys of Chicago, and you go where you want with Kabuki and I.
All right, now we're going to the next match.
I don't mind you.
As Eddie Murphy. The man obviously has something on his mind.
You know, God, I've been thrown in all kind of different situations. And whether it be any place, whether it be in Ohio, Michigan, Phoenix, Arizona, no matter where it's at, I've always been able to handle the situation that I've been thrown into. Gary Hart, Kabuki situation, the black face was painted, the Dragon Slayer was made, the ties were made. Roddy Piper won't interview me out here, running around won't talk to me. I'll be interviewed by him in any town he wants to be interviewed in. I'm out here waiting on him all the time. Always runs out, leaves you here to interview me. That's fine, because you got a better silver-tongued voice than him. So all I want to say is,
is that I've got something real special planned. I'm at work right now at having a live smelly pig flown in here for this TV, live and in person with a cage, naming him Ole. From now on, Miss Piggy is going to find out, who the onk belongs to. He has dealt the deal, you understand? Once you deal the deal, once the deal is dealt, then you got to pay the deal. I'm holding the deal. You can be who you want to. You can come out and say what you want to. But unless Dusty Rhodes makes the deal, then it's no deal. And I'm holding the deal. The deal belongs to me, Ole Anderson. So no matter where it's at, no matter what deal it's in, if I have to put a rag over my head, like I say, darkness is a part of my life. I live with it. Being a great, whether I want to wrestle, you know I can wrestle, two-time world heavyweight champion, get down and suplex and get down. But the main thing I do best is called confusion. I am the master of confusion. When I get them all disorientated from what they're doing, then I'm at my best. Walking clean and walking tall. That's Dusty Rhodes and Malcolm Drake. And you know, right here, I have had my hair done, especially for this program here today. I'm so pretty, it's unreal. Miss Piggy! Oink, oink, I'm calling you, Miss Piggy. I'm calling you, Miss Piggy. It's going to be so loud. I'm bringing in here a live pig and putting him right here so you can smell what you smell like, and your mama should have beat you a long time ago.
I don't know how more insulting anyone can be. We have a match in the ring.
Wrestling fan, his name's Todd, and he's just been in the hospital. Come out to see how you doing.
Fine.
Doing all right? So how's everything going? The nurses treating you nice out here?
Yeah.
They taking care of you good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. We just want to make sure. So, how many girlfriends you got?
One.
One? Have you talked to her since you've been out here?
No.
Now's your chance to look around there and smile real big at her and say hi.
Hi.
You got the rest of your buddies you go to school with? Where you go to school with?
Bob, man.
Got any buddies out there you want to say hi to?
Hi, Tracy.
Tracy, huh? You got a lot of buddies at school, huh? So how long you going to be out here?
Till Thursday.
Till Thursday, you get to go back home, get back in the swing of things, huh? Be ready to go home?
Yeah.
Be ready to go back to school?
No.
Got to go to school, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Is that where your girlfriend goes?
No.
It ain't. Where she go to school?
Farrington.
Farrington, huh? Be glad to get out and go see her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so anybody else want to say hi to your mom and dad or anybody? Now's your chance. Look around there and smile real big and say hi to anybody.
Hey, Mom.
Well, obviously, we wish Todd the very, very best in his speech.